All right, people. It's another episode, REOP. You already know who I am. I'm not even going to waste my time introducing myself. I got a special guest in the building. Well, somewhat in the, well, his building. We got Nade. Now we just I'm gonna admit, man, we always we always interview female porn stars. Never interviewed a male before, so this is definitely different. And I already know it's gonna be a good episode either way, so it don't even matter for real. But I'll let you introduce yourself.
Word, man. Well, I'm happy to be on. Thank you for having me. My name is Nade Nasty. I from New Jersey. I now live in Vegas, and I am a porn star. It's pretty sweet, man. Can't complain. I've been doing it for almost 8 years, but about 5 years full time. I shot my first scene when I was 19 in New York City. A couple years later, I moved to Florida.
Mhm.
Miami. I signed with Hussy Models, my current agent. Still, they keep me very busy. And close to 3 years ago, I moved to Vegas.
Mhm.
Now I'm back and forth between Vegas and LA mainly.
How you liking Vegas?
Yeah. Oh, how am I liking it?
Yeah, how you liking
Um,
it so far?
I dig it, man. There's always something to do out here. I didn't really. I've all I do is work, right? So like, if I'm not shooting, I'm editing or doing something. So
Mhm.
I haven't really had much of a going out phase in my life. When I lived in Miami, I never went out. I was just starting doing porn. And at first, you don't get paid a lot as a guy. So I didn't really have money to be going out. And then, I've been hustling since I got here. Now I do pretty well and I'm comfortable. So I finally started enjoying the city.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, lots of fun, man. Always something to do in Vegas.
That was about to be my next question because I live in Jacksonville, so of course I've been to Miami a bunch of times, and it's funny because Miami and then you said Vegas where you live now. I've been to Vegas before, and Miami and Vegas are like two cities where I can't spend no more than 3 days there because it's like it can be exhausting. But you said you don't really be out there in the nightlife, so it's like
Yeah, I go out on the weekends sometimes, but
mm,
yeah, I mainly just chill in my house with my cats and and yeah, man.
they got a big content creating scene out there in Vegas. Or,
Yeah, there's a decent amount of porn chicks out here and a few companies that book me. It's pretty pretty good. I would say the three main cities if you want to do porn full time that you got to live in are either Miami, Vegas, or Los Angeles. A lot of the people from Los Angeles are moving over to Vegas because it's nice and cheap out here, and Los
mm.
Angeles kind of sucks. Like when it comes to the traffic and just like the rent and everything. So I uh I love Vegas, man, and I got a decent amount of work out here. I shoot out here for Brazzers, Naughty America, Hookup Hotshot, Kink.com, Team Skeet, Porn Pros. So there's a decent amount of companies out here and a bunch of great models too.
Yeah, you shot with pretty much all the like the heavyweight companies, pretty much. So with that, with you already filming with like all the big ones, is there any like other goals as far as shooting with other companies?
Yeah, there's definitely a few companies I'd want to shoot for that I haven't shot for yet.
Mm,
I haven't shot for any of Vixen's sites yet. They own a site called Tushy, which is an anal site, and a site called Milfy, which is MILFs, obviously, and then they have this their normal Vixen. Um, so I think I'll get in with them eventually. My agent said they'll book me for Tushy or Milfy first, and then get me on the Vixen site probably down the line. Um, I've been very lucky. I've shot for most of the companies I wanted to work for. I have a great agent. Shout out Riley from Hussy. Um, and yeah, I've shot for a lot of the directors that like I used to watch their stuff when I was younger. Specifically, I'm thinking of Brian Gosling from Hookup Hotshot, one of the sites I shoot for all the time.
mm,
Um, Owen Gray. I shoot for his site Deep Blush a lot. He teaches me a lot, gives me a bunch of good advice. Johnny Darko, Evil Angel director, I just shot for yesterday. Um,
mm.
he's great. So I've been very lucky to learn from some of the best. I guess one of my the only director on my Mount Rushmore I haven't worked for would be Mike Adriano, who is
Mhm.
he shoots most of his own stuff still. He does other guys once in a while. Um, so maybe one day. But he's a super cool guy. I've been lucky enough to meet him a few times, and he's always been very hospitable to me. So I
You
appreciate that.
I know you produce, and I know you produce, films too. Have you ever thought about, like, directing also, if you haven't already?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I produce like you said, I produce all of my own content too for
Mm,
all the sites I sell it on, like OnlyFans, ManyVids, X videos, etc. And definitely that is my goal. I uh I want to get like an Evil Angel distribution deal or something, like a
mhm.
few of those directors I just named that I look up to. So that's one of the reasons I made this set here, is to start producing some this way some dope stuff on it so I could maybe get that deal down the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah, before
I
we was recording, I was admiring the set. I thought it looked pretty cool, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. It looks a little feminine because, of course, you film with female
Yeah, yeah,
actresses and
yeah, yeah.
whatnot.
I
Did
want
you?
them to feel cute and pretty and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah, yeah.
They like
What
it.
what if they say
Um,
very demure or whatever? do
yeah,
you
yeah.
did you get help with that, or you know how
No,
to you good with the
I'm good with the set design, man.
set design and shit like that?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I did it all myself. I just I wanted something like pink, and then it's important to, oh well, it's not 100% necessary, but
Hmm.
most porn sets have white couches just because it looks better
Yeah.
with people's skin tone. So I just got some white couches, a white bed for other activities. It's not all together right now. I usually have a lot more pillows and the blankets on the bed. It's in the washer right now. But yeah, I did it all myself. The girls seem to love this pink dog cage over here. That's their favorite part.
That's
They love
crazy.
go- they love going in that thing.
That's cool though. That's cool though.
Yeah.
So, with you filming out of your crib and whatnot, like, what's some good ways like to make the women feel comfortable? Like, what kind of amenities that you give the ladies that make them feel at home when they filming with you?
Well, I always have I try to have everything my co-stars need. I always have water and other drinks, but I would take you there, but my camera's attached to this. In my bathroom, I have a ton of I have everything a girl would need. I have like
Mm,
enemas, douches, dry hair shampoo, makeup wipes, toothbrushes, friggin' anything a girl could need. I have in the shoot bathroom.
mm.
Um, so I always tell them when they get here, that's your bathroom to get ready. If anything you need should be under the sink. If there's something not there, let me know so I can get it. And it's just it's important to just make sure, especially doing content trade like I do currently. I mean, in general, it's always important, but content trade, you want to make sure, your co-star is thrilled with the scene because it's what they're going to be selling to their fans too. So I always just try to make it very clear to my co-stars that I only want to shoot things that they want to shoot, and we're here to make a great product, but we're also here to have a good time.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, you want them to feel at home. So you got everything that they need to be comfortable and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, man. I'll admit, man, I'm a little jealous because I was looking at your some of the people you work with. And luckily my co-host not here too, because he'll be double jealous because one of his favorite girls is Willow Ryder. You work with her. But mine is
Me and Willow dated for like 2 years.
oh, he gonna be even I'm gonna clip this and send it to him. Because he
Yeah, me
like
and
he
Willow dated for like a year and a half, and we're still cool. I just saw her at the Porn Crush party like a couple weeks ago. I might shoot with her again. We're still cool, and we have a bunch of great scenes together. And yeah, yeah, she's a great girl. Relationships in the industry are complicated,
yeah.
so there's always different sorts of it's hard to establish boundaries sometimes, and what people I've been in a few industry relationships, all great chicks. But yeah, it's definitely complicated. But Willow's one of my favorite people, definitely, and one of my favorite performers.
Yeah, mine that I was gonna bring up was Go Go Fuck Me. That was like one of my favorites. Yeah.
So she was one of my favorites before I was in the industry, and she might be like the first girl I worked with that I was like a fan of. She helped put me on for sure back on the East Coast because she's from the East Coast. So
Yeah.
before I moved to Florida, she was one of the first people I shot with. So I was very lucky
Do
to.
you got like a hit list or something like that? Not that sound crazy, a hit list, but like let me not say hit list, like a bucket list, like girls that like before you got in the industry with that you was a fans of, and you were like, all right, now I'm in the game. Let me like go through the list. Cause I don't
Yeah,
do porn, but I was like, if I was do porn, I'd go through my list real quick and like dream collabs.
yeah. I mean, I definitely there was definitely dream collabs. I've been very lucky to work with a lot of them, but there's a few I haven't worked with yet. Adriana Chechik, um, Skin Diamond, I heard just came out of retirement. I
Oh
don't know how
wow.
long she's sticking around, but she came back and did a couple scenes. I was at the Pornhub Awards probably like 6 months ago. I was walking down the stairs and she walked up the stairs. I was like, "Oh my fucking god, that was Skin Diamond!" I didn't know she was around. So her,
Yeah, she a legend. That was
who?
that was a big deal when she retired because she went to like she was going to like radio stations announcing her retirement. She went like Sway in the morning and shit like that. It was like a
Yeah,
big deal when she retired, and I think she was doing like music or something like that. So I wonder
yeah,
what
yeah,
made her
yeah.
want to come back in the game.
I think she's still doing music. Like I seen it on her socials. She's in like a band or something. But yeah, she came back and did some scenes, so maybe she'll stick around. That'd be cool.
But no, send her your resume. Hey, this is going on YouTube, so hopefully she watching. Skin Diamond, holla at him.
But I've been very lucky to work with some of my favorites from before I started, like Victoria June. I've had the pleasure of working with more than a few times. She's very sweet and you know, definitely was one of my favorites. So it's always nice when to develop a relationship and like a work relationship and work with someone that I used to be a fan of, still a fan of. And who else? Victoria Cakes. I've had the pleasure of working with a few times. She's booked me for her OnlyFans, which is great. I love her. So yeah, I've gotten to work with some of my favorites, and there's a couple still on the list. And then there's some girls on the list that I found out about after I joined the industry. So and there's new girls every day. So yeah, it's a pretty sweet gig.
Yeah, that sound like it. So definitely with the dating and whatnot. Would do you find it sometimes hard to like not mixing business with pleasure? Because like, have you ever been doing a scene and you're like, damn, this is so good. I got see what it's like outside of filming.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, I stay very professional, of course, especially on set and everything. But if like I've been very lucky, I've worked with a bunch of very talented, beautiful women. But so I usually, because I need to stay professional. You don't want to be known as like the guy in the industry that gets like a crush on everybody or something,
Yeah,
So I uh I usually wait for the my co-star to show interest in me before pursuing anything like that.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
That's a smart way because you don't want to shoot your shot and then next thing you know, every time you see it, it's always awkward. Like, man, this dude is corny as fuck. 'Cause every time he films with a girl, he's trying to like shoot a shot at her.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And you definitely see everyone all the time, whether you're gonna see them again on set or at the industry events or everything. So I yeah, you gotta maintain a professional relationship with people and don't do anything stupid.
Yeah,
As a dude, it's like girls are always looking for like the new pretty face, which
mhm.
sucks for the girls because they have to really work harder to maintain their brand. I feel like as a guy, it's harder to get in the industry, but once you're in, they kind of just like once you're a reliable male talent, they just reuse you for everything. You know what I mean? They just you're like a prop.
Yeah.
So I Forgot where I was going with that.
I got a question to piggyback off of that. Do you
Yeah.
feel like the guys aren't in porn? Do you feel like y'all are valued?
Um, it depends. It depends. I it depends on the directors and stuff. You know,
Mhm.
I have some directors and companies that you know, they make me feel very valued, and then
Mhm.
sometimes they other times you feel very replaceable. Um, yeah, I think as a guy, usually like now that I'm established and I've been around a while and I have a good reputation for shooting, I uh I feel valued and secure, but it's hard as a guy starting up for sure, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Cause I remember back in the day, it was like a lot of guys, like some of the bigger dudes, like or the black guys, because they were saying there's like some racism in porn and whatnot. They say they weren't getting paid enough, and they felt like they were being like used as like props. So
Oh, well,
yeah,
I started getting paid at like when I first started at like 400, and you know, we got to pay 200 something for our test. And I was maybe getting booked once a week if I was lucky. And like, so like, you know, in the
damn,
beginning, definitely tough. Now I usually get 8 or 900. Um, I, so I feel pretty, good with my rate currently. I know dudes that have like, you know, that get paid more than a grand,
mm,
which was unheard of probably a few years ago. So I think, the guys' rates are definitely raising a little bit, which is good. I understand why girls get paid more though. They face way more of a social stigma. Um, I think as a guy, parts of aspects of our job are definitely harder. Like, you know, you still need to be able to have your dick hard if you're not
mm,
attracted to your co-star, if you're just having something's going on in your personal life. But obviously, the women in the industry face way more of a social stigma. You know, everyone thinks I'm cool as fuck, you know, for doing porn. And girls don't really get that end of the stick a lot of the time. So
yeah, they get called whores and stuff like that. I be seeing what they be doing to the ladies. Is that true that y'all gotta like inject y'all penises with shit like that to stay hard on camera? Is that what's
I
going
don't do
on?
that, but I would say more than half the dudes in the industry do that on a for every shoot, and then probably like a quarter of them do it, you know, for shoots they feel like they need to. I'm not knocking those dudes that do it, but it's not good for your dick. So I try not. I'm trying to stay away from that at least until I'm like older or something. I'll take like 50 milligrams of Viagra sometimes if like it's a really
Mm,
rough scene, like they have me fucking on like a kitchen counter or outside in the winter or like a older lady, like a very older lady or something. You know what I mean? Like so I'm not like always all natural. For the stuff I produce, I am because it's easier for me because I'm the one controlling, you know, the pace of everything. But yeah, that's definitely a very common thing in the industry. Like I've done like 700 scenes and like I've probably messed up like 5 to 10 of them just cuz like it wasn't my day. But
yeah, shit
so you know,
happens.
it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
But a lot of dudes these days don't even try to get their dick to work. They just like walk in and shoot it up like first resort.
That's funny. Well, they
Like
probably shot it up so much that they can't do it without shooting it up.
yeah, like I was in a gangbang once in Miami, and I was the only guy in the scene that didn't shoot his dick up. And when I first started, now it's not an issue at all. But when I first started, when I was like in a scene, I had a bunch of other dudes that shot their dick up. It would
Mm,
like kind of fuck with my head because they'd just be standing there the whole time, just like this, you know, with like hard dicks already, and I'm there like, yeah, give me a minute, and it kind of
yeah.
fucks with you. And then so I started off kind of slow, and they all swarmed me like, "Hey man, you want the needle? You want the needle?" I'm like, "Dude, you're not helping me." Like it's not like, give me a
That's
minute.
funny as shit. Maybe I don't know if you asked like the dude. Did you like ask anybody why they do that or on that particular scene? Because outside looking in, They might have did it because you gotta think about it. It's like a room full of. I mean, how many dudes were in that room in the gangbang?
I think like 4, but
Four.
these
It might be
but
one. Some dudes might not be able to get it up with it, like another guy like right next to him or something. I don't know.
yeah, that's true, but most of these people just use it for every scene, even if it's,
Oh, okay.
just them. But, I see that a lot of people have, trouble with, like, gangbangs and blowbangs and stuff. Me, I kinda just, like I just, like, sit back, and when I'm not the one fucking, I'm like I'm just like, "Wow, I'm watching, like, a live porno," and then I'm like, "Fuck, now I get to fuck her? This is great." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I kinda zone them out. But,
Let's backtrack. 'Cause you made me laugh a couple minutes ago. I keep thinking about it. You said you said you was thinking about you said you had to fuck an old lady. So one question is, what's the oldest lady you ever had to smash and or on camera? And has somebody ever presented something to you in like a film that you like, no, I'm not doing this?
um definitely yes to the second one. I've definitely been offered scenes that I was like, "Hell nah." Um, and, the oldest woman I think was 78.
Damn, 78 on camera?
Yeah.
Good lord. I would have to, yeah, I would have had to use an injection for that. I would have had to use a honey pack, everything. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that was my first scene for Penthouse, and, it wasn't the easiest scene, but I, now the director books me with a bunch of really hot girls all the time. I think it was like a test.
Oh yeah, damn.
But she was a
70,
beautiful woman. She was older than my preference, you know.
78 is crazy.
Props to her for having
Yeah.
the confidence to shoot a porno scene. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one older lady we interviewed. I think her name is like Sika Black or something like that.
Oh, I know Sika. I mean, I don't really know her personally, but I know a lot of people that work when Willow, when I was dating her, she had a scene with Sika and my buddy Dwayne.
Yeah, she's an older lady, and she actually looked pretty. She actually looked decent old, but it's like a lot of them. When I come across it, I don't be looking for it. When I come across, I'm like, man, this lady is too old to be doing porn.
Hey, I've worked with a decent amount of women in like their 60s that still had like sex appeal that I was like, okay, I could see it. And then there's a lot of hot women in their 50s.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
yeah,
That's pretty normal. Yeah.
yeah, that's still young.
So being in the game now, watching because like let's compare it to like a athlete or something like that, like uh LeBron or something like Jordan or somebody Kobe, rest in peace Kobe. Do you find yourself like watching porn with other people and like critiquing it?
I barely get to watch porn anymore because I'm always
Damn.
shooting it. But um,
Like you ever seen a scene where like, damn, he should have tilted a little bit. He should have
oh yeah, well, so
choked. Yeah.
mostly when I'm like scrolling on Twitter,
Mhm.
because um, yeah, so I know some people like amateur porn, and for that reason, when I've been shooting my scenes recently, I started setting up my Osmo to just record like a behind the scenes, like voyeur version of the scene, basically.
Yeah.
But I get so mad when I see like bad porn. It makes me so mad. I mean, some people literally like it, I guess, because it's like amateur. But
Yeah.
oh man, when I see like a scene with like a hot ass chick that I really love working with or that I want to work with, and I'm like, what is this dude doing? He doesn't have her pussy lit up. Like not opening up to the shot. Like I get so mad when I see bad porn. I'm like, what are they? How could you have this chick and not make a amazing fucking scene? Like I get
Yeah.
kind of,
Well, you
and
gotta
then I
think about it. Yeah.
and
Most of those
on the what was that? Sorry.
My fault. Most of those dudes is just like dudes that like don't even want to be on camera anyway. That's just like they're probably their boyfriend or something like that. Cause their head be chopped off and shit. So he don't give a fuck. He just fucking her the same way he normally do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what we call GWCs, guy with camera. That's all it is. But I
I call him a lucky bastard either way. Cause he ain't gotta be in the camera and then You
Yeah,
get
yeah.
pleasure and whatnot, but I can understand that. But that's why I feel like that's why most people like amateur shit because like sometimes the uh the professional stuff is like too professional. Like Black, they use like a 20K cameras. Like it looks too pristine sometimes. So I can
Yeah.
understand somebody liking a little like some janky shit
Uh-huh.
because it's like it remind them what they do daily.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I what was I gonna say? Yeah, but on the other hand, also like I'll like check out um other like male talents that I have respect for and stuff, and like check
Mm.
out their page and be like, what are they doing? You know, who are they working with? What are they? What's working for these guys right now? You know what I mean? So
Yeah. How you stay
I
creative?
yeah, exactly.
How do you stay creative
Oh,
in the industry?
how do I stay creative?
Yeah.
Um, well, I think I kind of like found my niche, you know. So I kind of stick to a routine of
Mm.
a lot of the same things, but I try to um I've kind of just taken like a bunch of different things I've learned from different directors that I look up to and just put it into my own work. I I don't know. That's like a loaded question kind of. I don't How do I stay creative? I mean,
Yeah.
I just, you know, I look at sites. I just try to make porn that I would want to jerk off to, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, cause
Yeah.
I got a homegirl, she do, porn, her name Alexis Andrews, and,
Mhm.
like, she be doing shit on her website, and I'll be like, "How the fuck do you think of this shit?" Like, she did one scene where it's like she was dressed as a zookeeper, and she had the dude, like, in a gorilla costume, and the gorilla escaped from the zoo, and the dude was in a gorilla suit fucking her, like, different shit like that. She did one where she had on the grandma wig, and I'm like, "How the fuck do you think of this shit like that?"
So I do a lot of crazy like acting and stuff. I've been nominated for some acting awards for AVN and stuff, but most of the stuff I produce is just hardcore gonzo. So I don't
Mm,
really have much of those storylines, but I try to do unique things. Like the other day, I had the amazing Jessie Pony in this cage, and I
mm,
lined it with like a couple pink like shower liners, and
mm.
I was pissing on her in the cage. I thought that was pretty unique. That was creative.
You know you know what you could do with that cage?
What?
You ever watched the movie Air Bud before?
Yeah.
You could have her like in an air you could have a girl in an Air Bud jersey. And I don't know if you see the first Air Bud when the dude was in the clown costume and he was trying to capture Air Bud. You could have her in the Air Bud jersey in the cage and you gonna act like you capturing her and then y'all fuck later on.
That's
That'll go
I see the
viral.
vision. I got a little doggy bowl right here for the girls already.
There
So
you go. There you go.
yeah.
All you gotta do is get you a clown costume and just go on eBay, get an Airbud jersey. There you go. Put some dog ears on her, like some Labradors. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Spice it up or something like that. People got to catch the reference. I'm kind of old, so I used to watch Airbud and shit. So I don't know if a lot of the younger people would catch that reference, but that'll work. But what I was say
Word.
that dog bowl threw me off. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. You ever had like a girl on camera like eating out a dog bowl or something like that, or drinking out of it? Or is this like
Yeah,
an
yeah.
aesthetic?
Like I like piss in it or cum in it and have the girl like slurp it up.
I was about to say I was thinking water, man, but you said piss and cum, so I guess that's what they want.
That's what they want.
Yeah. You so when the girls that's like when you do the scenes where they like you piss in a bowl, is that like something they bring up or that's like something something you bring up?
Um So it used to be something I'd bring up, you know, and I wouldn't bring it up every time. I just bring it up with girls that I think might be down.
Mm,
But now, since I'm kind of known for hardcore gonzo fetishy stuff like that, most of the time girls come here expecting that kind of stuff if they're into that kind of stuff, you know? So Yeah, I mean, I shoot all sorts of scenes. I shoot just normal BG sex
Mm,
scenes here too with girls aren't into that, but the girls that are into that kind of expect it from me now, I think.
yeah.
so
They say
so
more, hit you up more piss or something like that or something like that.
yeah.
That was your second time mentioning Gonzo. When I see Gonzo, I think it's bruh from the Muppets. What is Gonzo?
Gonzo is just like hardcore porn sex, without a storyline.
Oh, like straight to it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think okay. Well, shit, I fuck with Gonzo because I fast forward through all that shit. The
Yeah, yeah.
like all the acting and shit. You probably don't want to hear that because you say you produce and you come up with creative stuff. See, dudes like me, I just want to see the
Well, no,
action. So,
that's what I'm saying. The stuff I produce is just Gonzo because
oh,
that's what
okay,
I
okay,
jerk.
okay, I got
I
you.
try to make stuff I jerk off to. So I just do like I have the girl stand there in front of the couch. I'll do like a teaser with her. I usually have them wear like a collar and like fishnets and
Yeah.
like garter and stuff. So I like do a teaser with her. I'll be talking to her, like, oh, you're gonna suck dick today, blah blah blah, be a good slut, porn stuff. And then I'll have her like oil herself up, show off her body, maybe do like a little solo with a
Mm,
vibrator or stuff her mouth with a dildo or something. And then I'll tell her to get in the cage, and then like I'll do some what's the word I'm looking some candid shots of her just
yeah.
like hanging out in the cage, pretending she's waiting for me. And
Yeah.
then I come back and I usually like stick my dick, open the cage, stick my dick in it. And then sometimes I'll do like a doggy position in the cage if the girl wants to, or if the girl's a real freak like Jesse Pony the other day, I'll piss on her in the cage. And then I take him out and do the other stuff on the either on the bed or the couch, depending on the positions we choose and stuff like that.
See, perfect, straight to the point. To the creatives that's watching that do all the fancy stuff, I skip right through that shit. You in the ball game. Get straight to it, straight to the point. Because most people are not, or everybody got a lot of people got a short attention span anyway, so they're not
Yeah,
gonna sit through
exactly.
like most of that shit anyway.
Uh huh. Well, I like the acting and stuff that I do for other companies, but like, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't watch it, and I just
Yeah.
like I like producing stuff that I would want. All the sites that I like always watched were Gonzo sites, like Mike Adriano's stuff or like Darko's stuff. So I Jules Jordan, just all Gonzo things. So like I try to make stuff that I would want to watch personally, and it seems to work. I guess a lot of people have similar taste.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually about to be the next question. I'm about to say, like, are there any like male actors in the industry that's like that inspire you?
Yeah, I'll just reiterate them. Mike Adriano, Brian Gosling, um, Johnny Darko,
Mm,
Owen Gray. Those would be four that are male performers that became producers. So they inspire me a lot in that way. And they've all given me great advice as well. So not only do they inspire me as like performers, but also as producers. And then there's also some that I just like look up to just because they're just they're male talents. They're not producers for sites, but they've just been around a while and have always put me under their wing and given me good advice too. Like Alex Legend comes to mind. Whenever I see
mm.
him, he always has some good advice to give. So yeah, there's definitely a bunch of male talents in the industry that I look up to and have learned a lot from.
That's dope because yeah, because I could imagine it is some dudes that's like, well, that goes to anything. Some dudes that's like straight up assholes. That's like not trying to help, acting like everybody competition. So that's
Yeah,
dope
yeah,
that you got some dudes that's like inspiring you that make you want to like work harder. No pun.
definitely.
Do you got any like Do you have any like male fans or anything like that that be like suggesting you do stuff?
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely. When you first start as a male talent, like all your fans are your gay fans, which
Yeah.
is it's great that they pay the bills. I love all my fans. I love all my gay fans, and I try to accommodate them without doing stuff I'm uncomfortable with. So
Mm,
um But now, since I produce like a very. I think I have my niche down. Like I do a lot of the pissing and uh, really hardcore stuff and rimming and stuff like that. So I feel like I've developed a pretty big straight fan base of just straight dudes who like the way I produce my porn and like all
Mhm.
the hot girls that I fuck. Just like how I would have watched Adriano's porn back in the day because I just
Mhm.
like his site. So I think nowadays it's probably about 50-50 between my gay fans and my straight fan base.
Mhm.
S but yeah, I've definitely gotten some weird requests all around from everybody. Once I cam once in a while. I don't do it very often, but I do live camming. Once somebody paid me to fuck my shoe. I used to have I used to have this dentist on my OnlyFans, and he
Mhm.
would pay me like $30 every time I brushed my teeth and sent him a video. So I would just send him a video whenever I brush my teeth in the morning and at night and make
Mhm.
$60 a day like that. So
Yeah,
I
that's
definitely have had some interesting requests.
what's the wildest request you ever got?
The wildest request I ever got. Oh, I don't know, man. Let me think.
I know a
I
lot of
don't
like
know. The shoe thing was pretty strange, man. They
yeah,
want
I had to ask because I was like, when you said the shoe shit, I was like, that's pretty crazy. But I was like, he might have another one, but the shoe is pretty crazy. That yeah,
yeah.
fucking a shoe on camera. Cause I was like, how would you even fuck a shoe? Like, which
I
shoe
mean,
do you pick to fuck? Do you pick the
yeah,
Nike?
right.
You pick the Reebok? Or
Do you pick a shoe you like or a shoe you don't like?
yeah, because like I don't want to come. I don't want to come in a shoe I wear all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't come. You can't feel nothing. Like
Yeah, I was saying you
I
can.
got a, I got, I got a pretty big dick, but it's not as big as my foot. So
Hey man, I don't know. Somebody probably clipped it or something like that. You might get a Nike endorsement or some shit like that. I don't know, or whatever. You be the first porn star with a shoe deal.
yeah, just do it.
So, outside of porn, like, what's some of your favorite hobbies?
um, hang out with my cats. I like hiking and kayaking, but I live in Vegas, so I can't kayak anymore. There's no water here.
Yeah,
Um, I I've been trying to Twitch stream, so I've been playing the new Call of Duty a decent amount because I want to get on that streaming vibe. I what do I do outside of porn? I like reading. I like writing. I just published a book recently. I
oh wow,
would
what's the
I
name
would
of it?
plug. I
Oh,
can't plug it because it's under my real name. It's a children's book and it's under my real name. It's like
oh, okay.
it's like a I guess its age is like 10 to 14, I think, is what my publisher said I should make it. But I'll probably be writing a porn book soon. If not like this year, probably. I'm 27 now, so if I don't by the time I'm 30, I'll probably write one when I'm 30. But
Gotcha.
yeah, just like it'll be like what I learned so far or something. Who knows?
Well, we can't promote the book, but I want to congratulate you on that because I'm pretty sure that's not hard to make a book at all, whether it's kids, adults, or whatever.
Thanks, man. It's a pretty cool story. I started writing it in high school. It's about um it's a pig, right? He lives on the farm and he doesn't know anything outside the farm because he just he's just been there his whole life and he doesn't mind it. He's content. He gets fed good. The kids come play with him. Blah blah blah. It's cool. But then one day he wakes up and the fence to his enclosure is open. Um, so him and his buddy, um, a shrew,
Mhm.
they go out and they explore and stuff. And in the beginning of the book, this shrew was always telling him about the outside world and then coming back and telling him about the outside world and coming back. So at the end of the book, they you find out that it was actually all a dream. The fence was never open, but he didn't know that he could dream because
Mhm.
he anytime he had ever dreamed before, it must have just been about his own enclosure because he didn't know anything outside of it until this shrew started coming and telling him stuff about
Mhm.
the outside world. So basically, he he learned to dream, and then he started
Mhm.
telling all the other farm animals about the outside world, and then they all learned how to dream about things.
Oh, that's dope. So are you gonna do like any sequels to the book?
I might do
For
like
sure.
um another story with the same characters, or I might just write another different story. I like writing. I want to write more. I want to try to write at least one book a year, even if it's just like a short children's book like that or something.
That's cool, man. I commend that for real. With the adult book, and I guess we'll ask this and then we'll end it with that. What some advice would you give to up and coming male porn stars that want to get into the game?
Um, don't compare yourself to other people. Everyone has different rates of getting where they you know blowing up and stuff. Because there's some dudes that they blow up overnight for various reasons. If
Mhm.
something goes viral, or they just have like a fucking literal like monster cock, that's like fucking inhuman, or they're just like ridiculously conventionally handsome or something. Like some people blow up overnight. Some people takes a while. Like I said, I shot my first scene when I was 19. No one knew who I was for like my first like 4 or 5 years doing this. And then
Mhm.
just in the last couple of years, I feel like I started, getting nominations for a bunch of awards and winning some awards and being host at porn events and like
Mhm.
working with a lot of like almost all the girls I've ever really wanted to. So
Yeah.
it takes a while for some people to, get where they want to be, and some people blow up overnight. So you can't compare yourself to other people. You just got to focus on yourself and put out a good product. I would say the most important advice though to a aspiring male talent is to just stay professional and be respectful to your co-stars. And if you're respectful to your co-stars and you put out a good product and you promote yourself well on Twitter mainly, because that's where it
Mhm.
allows porn, then or X, then then you'll get where you need to be eventually. That's what I did. I just, you just yeah, just respect your co-stars because and put out a good product. That's what will get you where you need to be, because it doesn't matter how good your product is. If you don't respect your co-stars, then no one's going to work with you.
Good put. Yeah, that's some amazing advice, man. So Nate, man, I congratulate you on all the success.
Thank you.
This is a pretty good interview, man. I really appreciate you. You got anything you need to promote or anything like social medias? Plug all that stuff.
Yeah. My social media, my Twitter is Nade Nasty XXX. My Instagram is Nade_Nasty. And just Google me if you want to see my porn and my link with all my stuff on it, like my YouTube and my Twitch and everything. Let's go to Gettin nasty.com, and all my links will pop up right there.
Amazing website name.
Thank you.
All right, so hey man, it's been another episode of Random Acts of Podcast. Once again, we appreciate Nate Nasty coming on a nice Saturday afternoon, talk with us. And he on the West Coast too, so he 3 hours behind me. So I salute him even more hopping on cam with me and talking, man. So hey, with all that said, we out.